Hey friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Godfrey and I'm from Gavi AutoCAD 2D training. Last time we talked about lines, polylines, X-ray, X-lines, splines, and today, as I told you in the last video, we shall talk about the circle and the arc. But before we go to the circle and the arc, let's first do a recap of what we studied in the last video. We studied about a line and a polyline. We said a line draws segments one by one, while a polyline will draw all the segments as one line. Yeah, as we said, if we, let's say, select a line and we draw our line, when we go to select, you will find it is one segment being selected at a time, while when we draw a polyline, the whole thing will be selected at once. Without going far, if I can make an example, let's say if I want to draw, let's say, a triangle of side 1000 millimeters, what we shall do, we shall select a line. We click on the first point. What we shall do, we shall activate also mode such that our line base becomes horizontal. We will input 1000, press enter, then we deactivate the also mode such that we draw our rectangle. We always know our rectangle is always inclined at an angle of 60 degrees if it is equilateral triangle. So what we have to first put, we have to put the distance 1000, then we press tab to change the angle. You see from the clockwise it is 112, so we get 60 minus 180, we get 120. It's the angle we shall put. We say enter to bring us there, and then we close. Automatically the other side will be 1000 millimeters. We exit the command. So when we are to measure this, let's say the angle, if we are to measure the angle, we select the first line and the second line, we shall find we have our 60 degrees. Yeah, so here we use the line. When we select, it shall be only one segment selected. If you recall how we joined this, our command was join and say enter, becomes one thing at a go. Or else if we use a polyline, we specify our base point, we will activate also mode, we input 1000, press enter, we deactivate to draw the second line, which is inclined at 120. The distance is 1000. Press tab to change the angle, which is 120. Press enter, and then we close. Escape. So when you come on the rectangle, on the triangle, we select and we shall find when it is 1. In case we want to make the segments apart, or we select a single segment, we shall come here. This one was our icon for explode. We click in it, and then after we shall find only one being selected. If we are to measure the angle, we shall select the first line, select the second line. Yes, our angle will be 60 degrees. So that was a recap of what we did in the last video. So let's today go to a circle. If you see a circle, it has a drop down, so it means you can draw as many circles. If we check, we have a circle where we specify the center and the radius. We have a circle where we specify the center and the diameter. We have a circle we can specify only 2 points. We have a circle we can specify 3 points. We have a circle we can specify the tan, then the radius, and the circle where we can specify the tan, tangent, and tangent. So, without going far, for a circle where we specify the radius, if we are asked to draw maybe a circle of radius 100 centimeters, or it is 100 millimeters. So in drawing a circle of radius 100 millimeters, one shall come to our home, select the drop down, where we specify the radius. We shall click in this one, we specify our base point, and we shall input the radius 100 millimeters. We shall press enter, and this we shall see it will be a very small thing, but when we expand it can become big. So when we measure, drop down, we measure the radius. Here we shall come on our circle, we measure, select the circle or the arc. So our radius will be 100 millimeters. Yes. So another way to draw a circle, we shall click on the drop down, specify the center and the diameter. Remember, as I told you, we shall draw a circle of radius 100 millimeters. So in our mathematics, we know if we have the radius as 100, so the diameter will be 200 millimeters. So we specify the base point and we input the diameter, which is 200, and we press enter. So when we go to use our measuring tool, measuring the radius, when we come to this arc or circle, our distance will be 100 millimeters. Yes. Then the other thing, 2 point. For the 2 point, here we shall, let's say we have a line of, 200 millimeters. Say we have a line of 200 or 2000 millimeters. Enter, like that. And that is our line of measuring distance. Specify this. This is 2000 millimeters, and we are asked to draw a circle which passes through this end and this end. We shall come here on our circle and we specify the 2 points. One of the point is this one, another point is this one. Yes, this one will be acting as the radius. So that's it. You find AutoCAD is very simple if you have started from the basics. The other thing we shall have a 3 point. The 3 point which we just specify the 3 points on our workspace. Let's say we have here, here. Yeah, it will draw any 3 points where you click, it will be able to draw the circle. This one works in, maybe you have your 3 circles. Escape. Let me first remove this. Escape. You have your line. Escape. And then you want your circle to pass through this point, and this point. What shall we do? We shall come on our circle, we choose 3 points, we choose the first point, we choose the second point, then we choose the third point. Yes, our circle will be passing through the points we have chosen. Yeah, yeah, that's it. And then mm, that's it. Then we shall go to the tan radius. So if I can have my two circles, this one and this one, and I would like to maybe draw a circle which is tangential to this circle and tangential to this circle, and maybe with like 200 millimeters of radius. What I will come look for this one. I specify one of the points and specify the other point, and I also specify the radius. Let's say I had chosen 400, maybe 400. I will press enter. So the reason why it is not coming out, yeah, it was very, I was also surprised, but the reason why it didn't come out, it is because maybe the radius is too small to pick this circle and this circle. We can maybe use 1,000 and we check this line and this line. Let's say we choose like 1,000, and yeah, you will see it is tangential to this circle, tangential to this circle. And when you go to measure the radius, you will find the radius of this circle being 1,000 millimeters, and the diameter 2,000 millimeters. Yes, that's how we do. And then maybe if another thing, if I had my two lines and I wanted to make a circle which is tangential to this line and to this line, what would I do? And given a specific radius, I will come look for here, tan radius. I look for the first line, check the second line, and also input the radius. Let me also put 1,000, and you will see the circle being tangential to this point and also this point. It's not only for this one, we can have a line inclined at any angle. Let's say this and this. Escape, and we are asked to draw maybe a circle which is tangential to this line and having a radius of 1,000 millimeters. Shall come here. We check this line and we also check this one, and we specify our distance, our radius. Enter. You will see it will come. Yeah. So that's it for the tan radius. Then the other thing, we have a tan. We shall choose 3 points where we need to our circle to be. So in this one, we shall not specify the radius. We shall just choose 3 points. For example, if we had a triangle, any triangle, let's check here, triangle, and we needed to draw a circle. We in mathematics we always call it an inscribed circle. It will be touching on this line, and this line. So what we do, we check for the tan. So we shall come here, choose this one, and choose this one. Yes, we shall be able to draw a circle inside here. Maybe if I want an inscribing, maybe if I want an circumscribing circle, here I can use a 3 point. This one, I choose this point, I choose this point, and I also choose this point. Yeah. So you will see the circle formed will be a circumscribing circle. that was it for a circle. We have drawn different types of circles. For a recap, let's say Like an example, let's say they told us to draw a cylinder of circles having radius 200 millimeters and height 100 and height like 1000 millimeters. What we shall do, maybe we can start with the line and we draw our rectangle of we activate our also mode. Our radius was 200. I will say enter. Also drop a line moving upwards. It will be, I said it was 1000. Enter. And then I move this side also 200. Enter and complete. You see it will be complete. Escape. Maybe when I first remove these ones, then I bring our rectangle in front by zooming extents. Our rectangle is here. So what I will do, maybe I can use the 2 point, yeah, draw the circle. Use the 2 point here and here. Then also use the 2 point to draw here and here. So then the other thing which we can use, maybe it is the trim. This one is the trim. If you want to remove parts you don't want, you will come here to the trim and remove this line and this line. Yes, our cylinder is formed. If you check the height, it is 1000 and the diameter being 200 millimeters. Yeah. If you want to check maybe the radius, it will be 100 and our diameter 200 millimeters. So yeah, that's how it goes. Then the other thing we shall look at the arc. As we earlier said, this arc also has very many drop downs according to what the arc you want, what you specify. Maybe you can specify the start, the center and the end. If we maybe choose this one, start, center and end, we choose the start, choose the center and the end. Yeah, you will see it will come like that. So when you come here, you'll be able to see the center of the arc you have drawn. Then there is also a 3 point where you just put at 3 points to draw your arc. We have the start, end angle, which have the start, center, then the length. Let's say we choose the start, center, then the length maybe 200. You will see it's here. Yeah, it was too small. Yeah, so that's how the arc is not different from a circle. Yes, maybe arcs are used on the veranda, where we have maybe something of this nature, and maybe you want to create a small curve here. You need to create a small curve here. What we shall do, we shall come here, look for a 3 point, choose here at this point. We can also choose the center of this and also choose here at the end to create your small curve at the points you have chosen. Not necessarily the center. We can also look at other points, maybe here, maybe here and here. You can see how it draws the arc. So it depends on the arc you need. You select from here and you select what you want. Then the other thing I want to tell you about is uh, uh, it is this one, which is having continue. Here we shall first draw maybe our arc here and here. Escape, draw an arc of 3 point here, here, and here. Refusing here, yeah, maybe that one. And if we are to continue, it starts where you started. When you go this side, it draws like that. If you go to press continue again, it starts from where you have started, and then like that. So that's the use of the continue in the circle, in the axe. So today we are going with an exercise. Today we are going with an exercise, but briefly, let me look for it and I give it to you. We shall start from it next time. So, members watching our video, this one is our exercise. We shall need to first take a pic or screenshot this example and using the things we have done today or in the last video, try and create this car diagram. Yeah, I will be happy for the people who will manage to come out with this diagram. Always comment on or comment in the comment section either if you managed to come out with this. I will be very proud of you, your members. So that was it for today, members. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. See you in our next video. Our next video, we shall begin with this very example as we continue to other. We shall start rectangle, this and modify. So bye bye. See you in our next video.